incredible change maker. We have the amazing Sue Bayley, who is going to join us now. Sue is the Autistic Whisperer and founder of Tangledtreetribe. She's on a mission to witness you as life brings you the exact circumstances to bring you your gifts and bring your gifts to life. For you to be the very best version of you as you live your life and on purpose. Let's welcome up the amazing Sue Bayley. Look out, because here she comes. I thought you might like this, Sue. This is me. Make no apologies. This is me. Amazing, amazing. Sue Bayley, come up onto the stage. Sue. Give it up for Sue in the comments there. Sue, come and join us. Welcome to International Women's Day 2022. Sue, I've watched you transform in front of my very eyes over the last year, and it really has been an honor and a pleasure to witness that transformation. When we first met, you were very much working, and still do to a certain extent, with children who have autism. So you were working with parents to help them to navigate how to support their child, but also how those children need that support, and there's just a disconnect or a frustration for the parents, and you were working with them. But you realized something about yourself. You realized that when adults were coming to you, that there were things inside them that hadn't been resolved. Tell us a bit more about the work you're moving into now.
Jung speaks a lot about synchronicity, and this last weekend gave me the perfect juice for this interview. I was contacted on my site by a gentleman who is not gender specific, let's put it that way. And he is autistic, he has been homeless, and he has had about 15 years of sheer hell. It's not what I expected to show up in my feed, but it brought me to the edge of my knowledge, and I have built a trusting relationship with him in about 12 hours. To me, there's a symbol called a triskele. It's a bit like a 3-petaled flower. And when you said that you wanted us to be specific about one program, one passion, I've tried all day to follow that rule, but I don't follow rules, do I? So I see the petals as being centered around neurodiversity. And ideally, you help parents reach the child at a tender age so they don't develop terror and trauma. If you miss that window, you try and get the child, the teen, or the young adult to help them mitigate for some of the trash they've lived through. Because Carol spoke of ignorance. It isn't ignorance, it's conditioning. And institutions and people, conditioned people, this is how it is. Carol touched on it, you should keep a good home. Well, my home's like Carol's. I totally get that. So where am I going with this? I'm trying to say that if you don't capture the teen, you've got to help the adult. Otherwise, it will generationally repeat. So that's why I can't separate it. And I see it as a moving feast, that I wear which of those 3 things, like petals in the triskele, depending on who hits me in their request.
I mean, it's really powerful, the work that you do, because there are, I know one of my best friends, she has 2 children with autism. Another friend of mine over in Florida She had 4 very healthy boys until they had the jab. They had I can't remember which jab it was, but it's like the usual jab that they give at schools, and 3 of her sons became autistic as a result of that jab. So it's something, you know, I mean, it's a big topic, it's a massive topic, is the autism topic, and of course massive spectrum as well. Sue, what would you say to any parents who's listening to this right now, if they're despairing and they just don't know what to do or where to turn, or, you know, they've gone down all of the routes that usually are shown to you and they still feel like they're despairing? What would you suggest they do?
First of all, as the mother of that child, you have their best interests at heart. And sometimes professionals will sort of project their lack of understanding onto you, and you feel like you're the problem. I believe that nobody needs fixing. And I believe that everybody has the intrinsic ability, if they get quiet and listen to themselves, to find their own answers. And what I do is I stand in the place of the witness, the guide, and the mirror, so that they see what's going on. And when I trained to be an interfaith minister, I was known as the person that, if there was an elephant in the room, metaphorically, I knew what it was. And if people got stuck, they'd say, "Sue, what's going on?" And I would speak a few words and it would end up in tears, arguments, people walking out, because I would name the game. People talk of blueprints and legacies and superpowers and gifts, but I think there's also a voice print. And as somebody who was mute as a child, I want to leave a voice print, not a blueprint, not a legacy.
Oh, I love that.
I want to leave a voice print because I didn't speak for 18 months. And now I'm willing to speak to anybody about the impacts of neurodiversity.
I love that. Sue, it's absolutely amazing, the work that you're doing. What would you say has been your biggest learning over the last 12 months? What have you learned most about yourself?
There's times when people on this screen say things that I have said or I have heard, and I can trip myself up by thinking, oh, I can't say that, or I can't use that word, or I can't allude to that because that's somebody else's lane. But Sammy, you've taught me that even if I say words like gifts and superpower and legacy, I can use them my way. And that's the biggest thing I've learned.
Oh, Sue, I love you so much. Sue's with us usually on our morning meditation sessions that we do every morning at 7 a.m. It is 1919. Who knows the significance of those numbers? Get it in the comments there. Beautiful. Sue, how can people get in contact with you to find out more, or to inquire if it's raised an issue or it's raised something for them this evening? How do they contact you?
Look for the Autistic Whisperer or Tangledtreetribe and you'll reach me. Brilliant.
Thank you, Sue. Give it up for the incredible Sue Bayley. Absolutely adore you, Sue. You're such an angel. I really, really love you.